Today we will start lecture on construction management and law. So already in last lectures we have seen the various concerns regarding the principles, the various principles we have studied. In last lectures we have discussed about the principles of management. We have discussed about the principles of management, and today's lectures we will have. In last lectures we have seen these principles of management, that is the planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. These are the five main steps related with the principles of management. These are the five important points related with the principles of management. So already in last lectures we have discussed these 5 points. Today again important is we will discuss about the duties and responsibilities of the personal managers. Okay, so as I have already said that in unit number 3, that is most important is 3M concerned. Okay, first M is related with the manpower, next M is related with the materials, and next M is related with the various equipments. Okay, so here we will study the duties and responsibilities of the personal manager. Okay, the first important point related with the duties and responsibilities of the personal manager is that involvement in the strategic planning process. Okay, so human resources manager, that is HR manager, gets involved in the strategic planning process of the organization, because HR plays an important role. The HR decides and plans the various tasks to be carried out in a construction of a project or in a production industries. The HR plays an important role. So HR manager gets involved in the strategic planning process of the organization and identifies HR as a core competency of the organization, because HR plays an important role. So it is a core competency of the organization. It is the main role of the HR to have a proper planning related with the various activities which has been performed in the construction or production industries. Okay, so HR manager plays an important role. The HR managers gets involved in the strategic planning process of the organization and identifies HRs as a core competency. It plays an important core competency of the organization. Next important is again related with the HR. When HR is assumed as a core competency, HR becomes a competitive advantage for the organization, and HR manager is responsible for developing. Okay, as I have already said that HR plays an important role, therefore all the responsibilities will be borne by the HR, that is the human resources manager. All the responsibilities will be taken care or related with the project, related with the management. So HR managers is responsible for developing the HR of organizations to bring the stated competitive advantages of the advantages to the organizations. Okay, so we have to compete with the various activities. Okay, so it is the responsibility of HR that the competency should be in a proper way. The competition or competency it is to be maintained related with the construction, related with the activities which has been performed. Okay, so HR plays an important role related with the competencies. Okay, what is next point? Next is nothing but the point number 2 is nothing but the forecasting the labor requirements. Forecasting is nothing but the predictions before the executions. Forecast prediction before the executions. We have to predict how many labors will be required for achieving a particular task or completing a particular activities. So we have to forecast the labor. It is the responsibility of a personal managers that suppose that activity is, suppose the example is excavations. So how many labors will be required for excavation, how many days will be required in execute the particular type of activity or an event. So it is the responsibility of a personal manager in order to have to recruit the labors. Okay, to forecast the labor requirements. The HR manager holds the responsibility of forecasting the labor requirement of the organization in the future based on the future level of the sales or production level of the organizations. Here it has been given an example of sales or productions, but we will take the example of construction. So we have to forecast the number of labors required in order to complete the project, in order to complete a particular task or activity within the stipulated time, within the prescribed time. Okay, So it is a responsibility of a personal manager to appoint such laborers, to forecast such laborers in order to complete the particular activity. Okay? So this is nothing but the unit point number 1. Again, point number 2 is nothing but the laborers forecast may identify the need for need for hiring or firing employees. Okay? So we have to hire the employees. Okay? Whether it is more convenient to hire an employee. So we have to decide whether we have to hire employee or we have to appoint the employee. Okay? So hiring the employee, it is the responsibility of the personal manager whether the laborers is required for particular task. Okay? The labor forecast may identify the needs for here it has been repeated. Yes, need for hiring employees. Okay? So this is most important point related with the forecasting the labor required. Okay? Again, next point is third point is the recruitment. Okay? Recruitment is nothing but again the various depending upon the works allotted, we have to recruitment is to be done. Okay? So once the labor forecast is done, organization can identify the need for more laborers in the organization if the existing workforce is not sufficient to handle the future workload. Okay? So it is the responsibilities we are discussing about the responsibilities of the personal manager. So it is the responsibility of the personal manager whether after forecasting the laborers, if the project it is having a long-term project is there or a vast huge project is there, we have to complete that project in a stipulated time. The more laborers it is to be hired, no more laborers is to be recruited for particular tasks to be completed within the time. Okay? So this first line indicates if the existing workforce is not sufficient to handle the future workload. Again, important is second point is in such a situation, HR, that is the human resources manager, has to recruit new potential candidates to fill the vacancies. If there are vacancies, if the workload is more or if the task work is more or the activities are more, so then a personal manager, it is his duty to appoint the new or to recruit the new laborers for a particular task. Okay? So new potential candidates to fill the vacancies. Again, third important is the recruitment is the process of creating a pool of potential candidates who can employed to fill the vacancies. Again, the recruitment is nothing but a process in order to fill the vacancies. Okay? It is just a process to fill the vacancies related with the particular type of work. Okay? So it is the responsibilities of the personal manager to recruit depending upon the vacancies. Okay? Depending upon the vacancies, depending upon the requirements, it is the duty of a personal manager to recruit the laborers required for a particular task. Again, selection is again important. It is the responsibilities, again the responsibility of the personal manager is the selection. So selection is the process by which the most suitable candidate is selected from the recruited pool of the candidates. With the number of candidates will be can apply for the particular type of vacancies, but by the process of selections we can select a particular candidate which has been used for a particular task, which is having some ability or which is having some skills related with the work. So we can select depending upon its ability. Okay? The selection process is again important. Out of the more number of candidates or more numbers of laborers we can select. Selection is the process by which the most suitable candidate is selected from the recruited pool of the candidates. Okay? Again, second point is nothing but selection is done by carrying out various types of tests and interviews. Again, there may be there is just an example of laborers. If a higher post selection is to be done, so it is the responsibilities of a personal manager to conduct a test, to conduct an interview, so that appropriate person to be selected for a particular type of work, particular type of task. Okay? So in order to have a perfect person or in order to have a proper person to be selected for a particular task, selection process is it is very important. Tests to be conducted, interviews to be conducted, so that skills of the particular skills related with the work, it is to be identified. Again, human resources department manager is responsible for selecting the most suitable employees to fill the existing vacancies. Again, the responsibility of HR is there. That is, the human resources department or manager is responsible for selecting the most suitable employees. Again, I have suitable employees for the particular in order to execute a particular task or work. It should be suitable for that particular type of work. So it is the responsibility of HR to select such a person which is responsible or which is suitable for doing a work for a particular task. Okay, so to fill the existing vacancies. Again, selection process. Next is important is next fifth point is nothing but the inductions. Okay. Induction is the process by which new employees are made familiarized with the organizational environments. Okay. So there may be an induction program. It is to be done when new appointments are done. Then induction program it has been made in order to have a familiarity between the various stakeholders or various workers or various employees. So there may be induction programs is to be done in order to have familiarities between the various organizational environments. Okay, so this induction program plays an important role because all the works is to be done, all the construction work or all the various activities it is to be done with the help of a teamwork. It is nothing but a teamwork. So in order to execute all these things with the help of a teamwork, induction program plays an important role. Okay, it is just a motivation regarding the various roles of the role of the various goal of the construction industries. What is in order to achieve the goal, this induction program plays an important role. Okay. Again, second point is nothing but once the employees are selected, they need to be introduced to other staff of the organizations, and they should be given necessary guidelines about the organizational culture and the procedures. Again, it should be familiar with the various cultures, various procedures, various guidelines, various rules and regulations related with the industry. So induction program plays an important role. Okay, so it is responsibilities of the personal manager to conduct such induction programs in order to have familiarities between the various staff members. There may be familiarities between the various staff members, and also rules and regulations to be followed. Okay, in order to execute the rules and regulations, in order to execute the guidelines related with the construction or related with the various activities, so all the workers should be familiar with the guidelines, with the guidelines of the construction industries. So this induction program plays an important role. Again, training plays an important role. It is a responsibilities of the personal manager. Training plays an important role. Once the employees are done with the inductions, once introduction it has been done with the various members in the industries. Induction is nothing but the introduction, or it should be familiar with the rules and regulations of the guidelines of the construction of the project. Okay. So after induction program, training plays an important role. Okay, because first stage is nothing but the first after recruitment, after once a person it has been appointed for a particular job, induction next stage is nothing but induction. After induction, training to be done related with the work. Okay, so once the employees are done with the inductions, they becomes an employee of the organization. But the skills they possess may not be adequate to carry out the required task. Again, depending upon the task, depending upon the activity, or depending upon the work, extra efforts to be, extra skills to be given, extra some trainings to be given to the workers related with the works. In some cases there may be advanced equipments may be used, some advanced construction industries are there, advanced technologies are used. So the every laborers or every person should be familiar with this. Again, training to be done, it is plays an important role. Okay. So again, second point is nothing but the need for training arises when there is a gap between expected level of skills and the current level of skills. In order to fulfill the gaps between the knowledge which has been already present in the particular type of person, but extra knowledge to be given related with the works. Okay. In order to fulfill this gap, the expected level of the skills and current level of the skills, there may the person which has been appointed for a particular positions, it may have some skills, but that skills are insufficient. So we have to enhance the skills by giving the training. So such enhancing the skills by giving the training, by giving software trainings, or by giving the field trainings, or by giving some advanced equipments training. तो this gap will be fulfilled from the expected level to the current levels. ठीक है. Again, third important point is nothing but if there is a training need, HR department has a design training program and execute them. ठीक है. So there is a design program is there related with the work. So that depending upon this design program or design training program, so every new appointments or new recruitments it is passed through this design training programs. Training it is to be done depending upon this design training programs. Okay. Again, important is the responsibilities of the personal manager is nothing but the motivations. Okay. The HR manager is responsible for motivating employees to carry out their duties of a timely and accurate basis. Okay. So always motivation plays an important role. If there is some scarcity, or if there is some linearness in the construction of work, the motivations to be done to the various employees of the industries, various construction industries. The motivation plays an important role, because we have to achieve the goal related with the construction. We have to achieve the target related with the work. So motivation plays an important role. If there is some defects in the workers, or some consequences are there there in the construction of work, so this motivation plays an important role. Okay. The HR manager is responsible of motivating employees to carry out their duties of a timely and accurate basis. Okay. Timely duties to be carried out, and the duty which has been carried out, it should be on a precise way. Okay. Accurate way. Again, eighth important point is nothing but the related with the duties of the personal manager, that is the performance appraisal. Again, appraisal it is to be made, performance appraisal related with the performance of the work, related with the how after every year or after every 6 months an appraisal report is to be made related with the performance of the work. Okay. Appraisal is nothing but the appraisal report is to be made related with the performance of the particular type of work. Okay. So this is first point related with the performance appraisal is nothing but this is where the employees performance are evaluated based on expected level and the actual level. Okay. What is the expected level? Because we have to fill the gaps. Okay. We are expecting more, but actually that particular laborers or the particular manpower, it is fulfilling our expectations or not. So we have to see this his performance. So this performance will be judged by the performance appraisal. Okay. So this is where the employees of the performance are evaluated based on expected level and the actual level of the performance. Okay. Again, HR departments needs to design performance appraisal system to apprise the employees' performance on a fairly manner. Okay. So some fair means to be carried out in order to have in order to examine the performance level of the employee. In order to examine the performance level of the employee, a fair means to be carried out. There may be some tests to be taken care, or some extra efforts to be taken care in order to fulfill the requirements. Okay. Again, ninth important point is nothing but the rewarding employees. Okay. Again, rewards to be done. Okay. Once the employees performance evaluation is done, HR department needs to design good employee rewarding packages to reward well performing employees. Okay. If there are outstanding employees are there, if the work done by the employees is outstanding work, it has been done by the employees, then some extra wages or extra goods to be given in order to appreciate the work related with the construction, related with the performance of the employees. So extra some rewards to be given. Okay. These rewards could be of monetary or non-monetary, in the form of money, or in the form of check, or in the form of some it may be given to the various levels. Okay. Again, next rewarding employees. After rewarding employees, next point is nothing but the managing career growth of employees or promotions. Okay. So depending upon the rewarding employees, again next position or increment or managing careers growth of the employees, promotions will be given by the HR department. Okay. Again, HR department is responsible for managing the career growth of employees, where they need to promote it in the career ladders if they are suitable to fill existing vacancies in higher ranks of the organizational structures. So this is very, very simple. If it is having abilities, and if the task given to the employee, it has been fulfilled, all the needs needs of the company, it has been fulfilled by the by the employees. Then next, it has given a career growth, it has given a promotions related with the works. So this, if there is a vacancy related with the work, related with the work, then promotions will be given depending upon its vacancies. Okay, so this managing career growth of the employees and promotion plays an important role. Again, 11th point is nothing but the managing redundancy. Okay, when the organization decides that they no longer needs the service of the certain employees, they need to be sent to be to be given the redundancy notice and have to be paid the redundancy charges. Okay, again, some employees, there may be the skills developed in the employees may be less, or there may be some grievances related with the work, or the particular type of task will if the task it has been not performed by the not performed by the laborers or the various workers, then redundancy or a certain notice to be given when the organization decide that they no longer need the service of the certain employees. They need to be sent to be given the redundancy notice and have to be paid the redundancy charges. Again, HR departments has to be manage this process, redundancy thing, it has to be again managed by the HR, that is the human resources department. So this again plays an important role related with the duties of the personnel managers. Again, 12th point is nothing but the managing employees grievances. HR department needs to accept the grievances and complaints submitted by the employees about their problems. Okay, again, the problems faced by the employees related with the work, related with the various things, again the grievances given by the employees, it is to be accepted. Okay, if there is a problem related with the work or related with the wages or related with anything, so that grievances will be accepted by the HR department. Okay, that grievances will be accepted and the fruitful solutions will be given. If the solutions, or if there is a proper solution, it has to be carried out, that solutions will be made with the HR department. Okay, the grievances will be taken by the employees related with the work, related with the wages, or related with the problems. Okay, again, second point related with this is nothing but HR department needs to listen to the grievances and should come out with the solutions. Again, I have already said the grievances will be taken and proper solutions will be given, proper solutions of the grievances will be given to the employees. Again, 13th point, that is the last point related with the duties of the personnel manager. Last point related with the duties of the personnel manager is nothing but the managing complaints about the employees. Okay, there can be complaints about employees regarding poor performance, misbehavior and so on. There may be n numbers of complaints related with the employees. So all these complaints will be taken care by the HR department. Okay, the HR department needs to hear these complaints and make necessary steps, that is the advising, punishing employees to solve this, to solve those issues. Okay, again, the HR department is responsible to take the necessary action regarding the complaints. Okay, there may be complaints regarding the performance of the employees, regarding the task given to the employees will be it has not been completed within the time. So there may be a number of complaints related with the employees. So all these complaints will be heard by the HR department and necessary solutions will be taken care by the HR departments. Okay, so these 13 points are related with the duties of the personnel manager. Okay, all these are the duties of the personnel managers. So in this way, we have completed one bit related with the personnel managers. In number of question papers, it has been asked for 7 to 8 marks. The duties of the personnel manager. Okay, so here there are 13 different points related with the duties of the personnel manager. Okay, so today we will end this lectures. In next lecture, we will see some more topics related with the construction management and law. Okay.